their opinion. When you take hormones, it reduces you like 10 years. Mentally, it fucks you up. It starts your whole body back on a preboic process that does not work. Because your body's not supposed to have an abundance of another hormone, even if it changes your features. It doesn't fucking matter. You're trying to be something you're not. Like, I fucking hate when someone says I'm a man and they went from a female to a man, or like a man turning into a woman and saying they're a woman. You're fucking not. If you can't reproduce, you are not a woman. If you don't have ovaries, you are not a woman. If you don't have a dick and balls that actually can inseminate somebody, you're not a fucking man. It's as simple as that. How can people be so blind to biology? Things that have been scientifically proven for multiple species, and yet they're so fucking ignorant that they cannot see that they're going insane because they want to be something they're not. Because they're not okay with themselves, so they switch it. But then they're not okay with themselves either. There has actually been studies where people who have gone trans, majority of them don't want to do it anymore. They wish they never did it in the first place. Because you want to know who dropped it on them? The fucking school system did it. Or some goddamn piece of shit that drops it on them and puts the idea in their head. It all starts with an idea. No, there's two genders, that's it. I'm getting fucking two-bodied by these hoes. That's what I'm saying. People can't, like, take words, and it's like they always... People are too quick to run their mouth. That's another thing, too. That's what needs to stop. I really do think, like, the government, if they want to be useful, should enact martial law and start executing people for stupid shit. I feel that's the only way we're gonna go back to being the greatest, or even having any general, like, standing in the world. Everyone is looking at us, and they're laughing at us. We used to be the biggest superpower. Now everyone's like, oh, now you're allowing fucking trannies into your goddamn military? Do you want to know how many rapes have occurred in school systems? And not even just in school systems over this shit. Like, there's been so many shootings because someone bullied a trans and said that you are a woman. I'm just like... Exactly.
Charging on my shield.
Exactly. But everyone wants to get heated over some dumb shit. I agree. I've tried to have civil conversations with people that are on the opposite spectrum, because I don't care what you believe in. As long as you can be a rational adult about it, I don't give a fuck. I really don't. But everyone, it's because we used to live in a society where we use logic to dictate things, and now we use fucking emotion.
Recharging shields.
I'm back. I never left.
I'm about to go to college, and I'm about to just switch my degree from psychology to political science just so I can try to be president and fix these fucking problems, because I'm honestly so irritated. I hate to call myself an American just because of the way the government is right now. That's it. With the way it's going, it's disgusting me.
Charging on my shield.
Bro, this world will be so different. All these drug addicts will be forced into rehab, and if not, they're deported. I'm serious. This shit needs to stop. The entire world, that too, that trans in the military shit needs to stop. You are too emotional. It's a problem for combat. You need to think rationally on the battlefield or people die. And that's a problem. Yeah, civilians should not have any input into the military at all whatsoever. If you are an active military personnel or have been, you have no right to say shit. All you're doing is going off them. That's the difference between military and civilian. That's why I want to go into military for a minute, because of the discipline. Nah, if I'm in a foxhole with someone who's freaking out, I'm putting a bullet in their head. Then I don't care. But like,
Charging on my shields.
I don't trust someone on hormones that's going to be irrational. I don't. I've seen too much of that. I've even dated someone who's been like that before. It's not good. I've had friends. I've experimented just seeing how they act, and they all act the same exact way. They're irrational. They are full of emotion. They think they're always right. It's like dealing with a fucking teenager. It's the same shit, bro. And as someone who was a teenager not that long ago, you know for a fact I lied about that shit. But it's like dealing with an explosive child.
Got one here.
Exactly. You can't, like, if free speech is a thing and they want to be heard, they also need to understand that people don't want to hear you. It's a double-sided coin, and that's the reality of life. That's what I'm saying. The government's so corrupt now, bro. That's the only reason they're getting away with this shit. Unlike like the stuff, like personally, I would rather vote for Trump or RFK because Robert is talking about actual issues. He doesn't give a fuck about this trans movement. He doesn't give a fuck about the gay shit. We need to stop worrying about that. They're fine. They're fine. If you want to help them, get rid of AIDS and HIV. That's all you can really do. Exactly, and a lot of people want to say that. Bro, that shooting was fake as fuck. That was a publicity stunt. That dude was military trained sniper. He was a military trained sniper, and he missed at 450 feet because of a head turn. That doesn't happen. Yeah, no, for real. But I feel like it was a publicity stunt. The only reason I say that is because if you look at it, the dude was military trained. He had a 22 rifle that flies pretty fucking fast. There wasn't a lot of wind that day, and he was able to put a tight grouping on the guy behind Trump, but not Trump himself. He shot him in the ear. He would have been able with a 22 rifle, as someone who owns them myself. You can very easily do a follow-up shot in under a fraction of a second. Very easily, especially for someone who's military trained. Now that shouldn't be a problem. I really do think it was a publicity stunt. It's just it's odd how this is everything's playing out. He's not though. He's not. The Democrats are more of a problem to our democracy. And is it then that's and another thing is, as the American people, we should see these things and actually be able to act upon it and overthrow it and like restart the shit. That's our constitutional right. But no, here's the thing: everybody. You can watch TV shows and movies and see what evil is. You can tell who the bad guy is, right? It's so simple. It's right there. But no one can see it in real life because no one looks for it. No one cares. But at the same time, they care about throwing their opinion out there and getting a mass following to change things, regardless of the benefit of the people. Exactly. Mhm. But everyone is so used to those beneficial programs and stuff like that that they think that the government's there to help them. That's not the case. If the government was actually there to help you, you wouldn't be in debt. If the government was there to help you, you wouldn't be homeless. If the government was there to help you, you wouldn't get paid a measly maybe $7,200 a fucking day for working your whole day away. You see what I'm saying? Things don't line up, and people are just okay with that. If the government was there to help you, you get paid more than you get paid a week's worth for a day of work. Some shit like that. There are way better things that can be going on than this. And frankly, it's disgusting to see that the government's actively using their power to their advantage, and you even see it down to a police level, and it's consistent. But no one wants to do nothing. They'll make a YouTube video or they'll like throw it together in court. But why do you guys start at the bottom? Why not start at the fucking top? Like, we're so used to playing video games and fighting bosses and going through all this shit. Why can't nobody do that shit now? It's like common sense has completely left the mind of the American people. They are nothing but a drone sheep wanting a shepherd, and that's exactly how it is right now. And that's why I'm disgusted, and not just my country, but its people too, because it's fucking gross.
Enemy right here.
Echo and I are back from our jerk break. Adrenaline only gets you so far.
It's shit. So like, I definitely agree that it's changing slowly, but it's not changing fast enough. It seems to me that the only way we're getting anybody to speak their mind is if they have the power and money to do it. And like the average person can say what they want. My biggest problem is these keyboard warriors too. Personally, I feel like I border on extremism just because of how everything is going. I really feel like people forget what evil is, and maybe they should be shown how harsh reality can actually be, besides of your own choices. Because the government can be much worse, and life can be much worse. But hey, if we work together, we can fix the problems we have now until they get fascist or extremely liberal, and then we are fucked. Because once it goes completely one way or the other, there's no undoing it. Politics will be changed. They've been trying to change the fucking Constitution forever. Like, these are problems. The Constitution cannot be changed. By law, it cannot be changed. But they're still trying to push the agenda. I've seen so many things where it's been illegal to do. We've known this for generations. The founding fathers put it in place. But because some bitch wants to say she's black, or because she wants to fake her accent and act Louisiana or some shit like that, we can change policies, right? We can destroy the American people and the government because some fucking cunt wants to do it. Now, no one sees a problem with that. I see a massive issue with this. That's exactly what Kamala's done. If you look at everything she's done, she's put on a black accent, she's put on a fucking, what's the other one? She put on like a Detroit-based accent before, like if she was from the ghetto. She put another one on as if she was fucking Jamaican. She put one on as if she was from upstate New York type of country. How many times are we gonna support a fucking fake until people see shit for how it really is? I'm tired of this. I'm so tired of this. This is why people get murdered. This is because people get so fucking irritated with stupid shit, people die. So maybe we should stop this before people start getting executed on the streets and people start dying. Because how long do you think it's going to be until an uprising happens or some actual shit happens? And the next thing you know, it's a civil war. We've come so close to a civil war for the past 6 years. It's insane. 8 years ago, we were on the verge of it. And now we're on the verge of it again. So how long are we going to do this for until people stand the fuck up and are like, you know, if it doesn't stop with this generation, it's going to affect every generation. What happened to fucking honor? What happened to people having balls? What's going up with this shit? My grandfather or my dad back in their generation would fuck someone up for disrespect, but people just want to cry about it now. That's a problem, dude. People are too weak. This country is too weak. We get invaded, we're fucked if people don't grab their guns right away. But no, we're going to have these stupid fucks that are like, let's support the terrorists that are beheading us. Let's support the terrorists that hate gays that are going to execute all of them. Like, you guys are so fucking smart. Hamas hates gays. They hate trans. They hate shit like that. They'll execute them like it's fucking nothing, dude. Yep, exactly. Let's talk about all the people who are even slightly democratic that are pushing all of this bullshit. There was never this divide 10 years ago. There wasn't. I remember when political debates used to be actual fucking debates. Now it's people throwing out, oh, well, you did this. Well, you did that. Who gives a fuck? Keep it based on the policies and the Americans' people. Not, however, oh, they did this 10 years ago. I've said some very foul, racist, and sexist shit in my day. Everyone does. So why do you give a fuck if someone made a statement 20 years ago? Like, don't act like we're not all immature. We all have our moments where we crash out and shit like that. But bringing it up 20 years later in a debate, that's a low blow. That's disgusting. So you got nothing else but someone said 20 years ago, right? It's freedom of speech in general, and a lot of things that are considered freedom of speech are being said it's unconstitutional. Like technically, you can burn the American flag. You have every right to do that, but I also have the right to own guns, so I will shoot you. You see what I'm saying? Like, there are different ways to go about this. Exactly. You burn my flag, I got every right to put a bullet in your fucking face. Another thing is a lot of people, like, I was just watching something this morning, right? Like about 20 minutes ago about it's about Kamala Harris's voters. You go anywhere and you ask them, why do you support her? Oh, I need help, or I need to phone a friend or something. So you don't know your policies, you don't know why you're supporting her, you're just doing it. That doesn't make sense. Notice how everyone who's been with, who's like stood by Barack or stood by Kamala, have endorsed the opposite party. Even Trump, Robert Kennedy Jr. endorsed Trump. Trump has endorsed RFK. Like, you see what I'm saying? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, isn't that crazy? Yeah, isn't that crazy? Another problem I have is that people will line up with one party, but I get it. You love Republicans or you love Democrats, but also as an American citizen, it's also your job to look at the issues and support what you think is best for the country. I don't see any minority getting shit on. I hate to say it, I've never fucking seen it. Except for cops that are super racist. It's the only time I've ever seen it. The government doesn't discredit certain people. It treats everyone unfairly equally. Exactly, exactly. Like, you can't say nothing in Russia either. If you speak out against any of those parties, you've disappeared. People don't understand that. They're like, oh, I'm oppressed. You want to talk about oppressed? 65% of Americans, if not higher, are living paycheck to paycheck just to survive. We're not living our lives, we're surviving. That's how much money the government's making off of us. That's what I'm saying, nigga. I don't even got a car, bro. I live paycheck to paycheck, bro, for real. And these people want to talk about being oppressed. They don't know the first fucking thing about it. Like me personally, I never got a single stimulus check the entire time. I never got a single one of them for years, never got one. But everyone I know who's a quote-unquote minority got paid out the ass. That's exactly where complaining gets you. Bro, I didn't even get one. My dad got them, but he was a felon. He got them for freebies because he's in jail. Like also, did you know that our arrest rate, we have the highest arrest per capita in the fucking world? At like 64.2% of Americans have been in jail or have almost gone to jail over something menial. Like so many cops will do. Oh, absolutely. Bro, she has kept people years. They had. Bro, I have seen so many instances where she let someone out of prison and they've murdered somebody. And then even how hard it was to even get those people who killed an American citizen out of the fucking country. No other country has this problem. Why the fuck do we have it? Yeah, do you remember? Do you remember when a bunch of like people in my age group were just defacing a bunch of statues of like dead heroes for different groups of people, and they called that justice because of what they did? I don't understand that because the South and the North fought for completely different things. Sure, the North had a different position on it, but you know what I'm saying? Like, people live a life to defend what they believe in, but today it's not the same. People are just emotional. They don't have the brain power to figure out something they actually need to fight for. They just want. I just don't see a world that's worth living in if the country that we are born into teaches us from the get-go to abide by a system that fucks us over in the long run, unless you have some sort of marketable skill or talent.
No humanity
Good day to take out some fools and be back in time for dinner. I got pork chops tonight.
But it wasn't the main issue. That's not why the war happened. The South were defending their farms and their homes. That's why a lot of them fought. They didn't give a fuck. A lot of them didn't even own slaves. Exactly. The North had more than the South did. Exactly. Oh, absolutely. Some. There was still slavery after the Civil War. There still is slavery now. We abide by a system that is slavery with extra steps. Bro, in 1906, we invaded Haiti because the U.S. government invaded Haiti and destroyed their economy simply because they were the last functioning slave-based economy in the world. We destroyed them. They were a first world country, motherfucker. They were a first world country. We installed a puppet government and we destroyed their economy. Now they're a third world country that fights malaria and bubonic plague when we have the cures for this.
Need to recharge my shields.
Oh no, I agree. I have an aunt that lives up in Ireland, and the economy is not fair there. Yep. Never one time. On top of that, if you want to talk about slavery, like how it all really started too, it was with black people, other tribes that were selling them to the white man. I'm not saying we're innocent. I'm not saying my ancestors were innocent by any means. And by any means am I saying that. But what I am saying is that you cannot solely blame one group of people when other groups of people have been involved. They would kidnap other members of tribes, like their warriors and their important people, and put them on a ship and sell it to a white guy. Absolutely. My grandfather taught me when I was younger. He was a ranger in the military, right? He taught me that if worst comes to worst, the government will help the people. The U.S. military will help the people overthrow the government. Because think about it like this: if you're a military asset, and your family is in a certain state of being that you aren't happy with, why would you fight for something that's not upholding your people? What's up? I wish I had some. I wish I had a Big Mac right now. Burger King or Big Mac? Which one's your pref? Big Mac.
Miss me. Death is never really.
Bro, I like a Big Mac and I like a Bacon King. That's my pref right there. That's just good. I love the Bacon King because it has enough calories in it to where you only need to eat one and you're good for like 2 days. Oh, it did used to be bigger. It actually used to be twice the size in the 80s. Everything is getting smaller and they're increasing prices. It's not because supplies are low. It's because of greed and economic need. Like for example, the Arizona Tea Company has kept their price 99-cent default because they make more than enough money now, and they also want the American people that work all day long, people to afford their beverage. Yeah, the Big Mac used to be twice the size. If you look it up in the 80s and 90s, it was way bigger. That's what I'm saying. They only fill about quarter or halfway. If you were to get a large drink at McDonald's, you're getting the same amount of beverage from a small. It holds the same exact amount of liquid. I've tested it.
Bang's out. Let's go.
Exactly, you're paying for the cup, not the soda.
Class 3, launching missiles.
You're living in a shit economy, bro. We need a change. That's what I'm saying. These elections are actually important because they can change the direction the country moves. But people are too worried about their own menial issues to focus on the bigger problems. Me personally, I can live a shit life, but as long as the people that come after me live a better life, I can be content with living a shit life as long as I'm fighting for the right thing. But people don't have that mindset anymore. Everyone's like, as long as I'm okay, I'm fine. That's not that can't happen anymore. But we have thousands of drug addicts on the streets that could be in the workforce or doing something decent. That's a problem. We have homeless vets that have fought for this country on the street, dying. That's a problem. Oh, thank you. But that's just how I feel about the issue. Because it doesn't make any sense. Like, and everyone who's in power, like, they're worried about the border, and I get it. Like, it's an issue, but we need to be more violent. Like, if what my grandfather said to me one time my grandfather told me if we were to mount machine guns on the border and we were to put up landmines, the immigration issue would stop. I'm not saying we need to be like an oppressive power, but apparently simple means and calm means aren't working. When we have immigrants coming in and murdering American citizens that have done nothing wrong and are trying to live their life, why is it so hard to deport them or get rid of them or put them through legal problems? You see what I'm saying? Exactly. But see, here's the problem. When an American gets killed in another country, then we act. But when it's happening here, we don't give a shit. Why? Because it's on our ground. But we're being invaded and no one's doing anything. Exactly. When you have people of the same group telling you they don't want this shit happening and we keep allowing it to happen, it's bullshit. You know, this country is the only one that doesn't require voter ID. We don't need it. This is the only country. And in the 2016 election, in the 2020 election, you want to keep this shit going forward, bro? Every single time since a Democrat's been in fucking office, we've been getting slammed sideways. Trump should have won that election. He had 80% of the vote. How did he lose? Kamala and Trump are still going at it, but my problem with both of them right now is that it seems stunted. It seems stunts to me. If a military sniper at 450 feet away with almost no wind can put a tight grouping on people behind him, there's no way he shoots a motherfucker in the ear and doesn't do a follow-up shot. With a 22 rifle, it takes a fraction of a second to do a follow-up shot. I own guns. I've done it myself. There is no fucking way because of a slight fraction of an inch head tilt he missed and shot the guy behind him. That's crazy. They knew he was there half an hour before those shots were taken. How many times the Secret Service actually stopped an assassination? This is the only occasion they've actually stopped an assassination after the shots were taken. After shots were taken, did they act? They knew half an hour before because even the people in the stadium were reporting there's a guy up top with a gun and no one acted.
When you're a master of black holes, relativity becomes relative.
I don't push the envelope, I shred it.
This one's for my mom.
Strong work, Hedvin.
All I'm saying, if you see somebody with a gun pointing at the president, that should be grounds enough to put a round through their fucking face. It's been alleged, but I don't think there's any proof about that, to be honest with you. And I'm the first person to throw shade at a Democrat, but I've never fucking heard about that. I've never seen any proof of it. However, what I have seen is white. It's still bad. What I've seen is have you watched the recent debate? Okay. Back in 2006, even before that, even when Barack Obama was running, there was civility, there was humility, there was honest people discussing actual issues, shaking hands, and exactly, as American people, we should be coming together. If everyone is going to be spreading us apart, we need to reduce those people, because it's becoming a problem. What's up? No, I was born in '04, but I know enough about it. I know for a fact we went into a country with allegedly with weapons of mass destruction, and there were none, and we lost thousands of troops to something we didn't have to fight for. Because Bush lied.
Zone A has been captured.
One thing that has my panties in a particular knot is that as American people, we are the leading superpower in the world as of right now, but we aren't acting like it. If we really wanted to solve our issues at home, we should go into a period of isolationism, just like Japan did, and focus on our actual issues. Notice how no other country has these insane ass fucking people in their population. They get executed or got rid of. Why don't we do the same fucking shit? I'm not I get it, freedom of speech, but there's also insanity, and some of that shit needs to stop, a lot of it. But people are too worried about constitutional rights when it shouldn't fucking matter. Yeah, you can't change constitutional rights, but Kamala can do that, right? Yeah, dude, she hasn't done a fucking thing. I've checked up on her policies. I've watched her say she's gonna do shit and never fucking done it. She's done nothing. Every rally she's been to, she makes fake claims. She puts on a fake accent. She tries to relate to the minorities, but it's terrible. She's not even black. That's another thing too. Have you seen the shit she's done? Even like a few weeks, even I think it was last week, she went to Louisiana and put on a fake ass accent to try to relate to the people. And then when she was at a black rally, she put on a Jamaican accent. Like, what kind of fuck shit is this? You racist bitch. Like, that's all she's doing. That is racist. You don't even, like, you can be any color and you can still be racist. It doesn't fucking matter. It's universal. I'm sick of people saying, oh, it's only if you're white or some shit. That's not true. Anybody can be racist. It happens every single day. It's all a matter of how offended you want to be over it. If you get pressed like that, maybe you should stay inside. Exactly. Look at that shit. Like, racism and sexism still exists. Yes, we have policies and laws and stuff like that to quote-unquote prevent them, but it just means that people can do it behind the shade. Because if, for example, for a female employee, if she doesn't have a lot of job opportunities, a female who has a degree in law will oftentimes be offered an accounting position, but that's not what she has a degree for. It's because she has a cute face that people want to talk to a woman more than they want to talk to a guy. Don't you think that's kind of fucking ridiculous? How fragile everybody is? That's what I'm saying. Like, as much as people don't want to admit it, there are jobs for men and for women based off of our capabilities. Like, biologically, we are different. We can do similar jobs, but to different capacities. That's more their field. Women are naturally more caring than a man. Women are, exactly. We are built, men are built, we are literally built for war and conflict. That is our biological job right there. That is what we are meant to do. Exactly. They're like, exactly, and a lot of people will see that as sexist, but that's not the thing. It's the principle of it all. Women are solely responsible for bringing more into this world. Of course, you can't do it without sperm, but that's regardless of the point. Like, women should be protected more often. You have to wait that 9-month period.
Let's catch them on
On top of that, with the feminist movement, bro, the feminist movement was not supposed to be to oppress men. It was supposed to be to support and fight for the rights for women, not to oppress men. It's gone a completely different route than it ever should have been on. At this point, it lines up more with fascism than anything.
Has been captured.
Recharging my shields, Guzzy. Cheer it up, frickin' balls. Charging my shields, Guzzy. Drill tearing through.
Trust in the old father.
Who actively wants to work their whole life away is my question. I mean, people take pride in their work, and that's fine, but who actively wants to work their whole life away so you don't even get to live it? How is that fair for any American citizen? If our country stands on freedom and individuality, then why is it that we can't be individual? We have to rely off the system. You see what I'm saying? It's a double-edged sword right there. They will help you when you need it with programs, but at the same time, they'll also put you in a situation to where you need those programs.
I am prepared for the fight.
Yeah, just requeue. I would like to run. I would like to run ranked, but I'm in plat, and I don't know what you at.
You know, whatever the case, we're winning.
Oh shit. I've been on for like I think a week and a half now. I think it's crazy how like we'll have a holiday to support. We'll have a holiday to represent the workers, yet you are still forced to work on those days. I'm just saying, there's a lot of things wrong with this country that I would love to change, man. It's just I would need to have the right group of people to do it with me.
Recharge my shield. You're in a hot zone.
Marking our surroundings.
Charging on my shields.
Exactly. We are a country founded by terrorists.
Recharging my shields. area.
No. No. Everything you hear on the media, don't believe it unless you see it for yourself. Everything you read or watch online, don't believe it unless you see it for yourself with an undeniable doubt. Because that's what see, Hitler tried to shut down the press in Germany to try to, so that way no one could oppose him. For example, I'm not saying that like we need to shut down the media, but it's gone so far to where you can't tell what's true and what's false. People just want views. After 9/11, everything became breaking news, so they get more views. So when you say some controversial shit about a very big political entity, of course you're going to get a fuck ton of views. Now that's exactly what they run off of.
Scanning area.
Trying to put it in layman's terms. On top of that, he'd be in jail right now. They didn't even indict him for that. They indicted him for some shit that happened so long ago, you can't even press somebody for those issues. They're charging people for illegal things. I was the final kill. Exactly. I got something to add to that. If somebody was proven to be something as to which they are accused, by law, he wouldn't be able to run for president. How many times has that happened to popular NFL players or people that have any type of status? Everybody's greedy. Like, for example, the very controversial topic, but you ever hear about Andrew Tate? They have thrown him in jail on numerous occasions over some women saying something happened with no proof of it. With those same women even saying they were never there or it never happened or everything that or their text messages about them planning out his arrest for false information was founded. But notice, however, anytime anything happens, people don't ask where's the evidence. They're just like, oh, he must have done this because someone said this.
Clips are what cities use in their hair. This is called a magazine.
Bro, the two women that were there in 2017 or 2018 that said that he trafficked them, they have no proof of it. There's no wounds, there's no marks, there's no signs of rape, there's nothing that would have indicated they were trafficked.
Give my shields a recharge.
That's exactly what I'm saying, though. Nothing that you see on the media can be trusted because everyone is, all those media outlets, even the ones that are like third party and unbiased, allegedly, they still push bias. Their whole fucking purpose is to get views and to make money. How do you think their journalists make anything? Yo, Rogue, can you turn up your mic a bit? I can't even hear you, bro.
Charging on my shield.
No, like, there was another issue, let me think about it. Okay, so you know how a lot of people say that administration, whenever they act something in, it takes about 3 to 5 years to take effect? That's a bunch of bullshit. The Democrats said that. There have been multiple instances where presidents have made a law or an act of some sort, and it takes effect immediately. And then people are like, oh, you won't see it for 3 to 5 years. That's not true either. When something is enacted, it happens instantaneously upon it being signed.
Got shut down, but I'm back in the fight.
Your mic got quieter. It got lower.
Laying fences. Anyone passing through here?
You know, the Empire of Japan in World War II wouldn't invade us because their own emperor said that behind every blade of grass is a weapon, so there's no point in invading us. So that's the only thing that I think about when someone said China or Russia's going to invade. Russia has a lower population than us, especially now. They're dropped to at least maybe quarter or half of their population. The entire Russian government is falling apart because the people are losing people so fast. And on top of that, if you look at the Ukraine issue, we started that war. I'm just saying we kind of made it worse because Putin didn't want to do that. He didn't want to have to push in. He even talked to us and he talked to Ukraine about we need this or we need that or some along those lines. And we went there, our U.S. Admiral went there to negotiate, and we didn't even give them the opportunity to have anything reasonable. We told them, you just need to stop what you're doing ASAP Rocky, or we're just going to invade or some shit. And that's insane. Like, a lot of people are saying Putin has his power illegally. That's not true. After Gorbachev passed away, Putin took place because he was prime minister. So by Russian law, he has to become acting president when there is no president to be able to take the mantle. And the people kept voting him back. It wasn't through illegal methods. The people wanted him back, but now they don't because of what's going on. His military strategists are fucking stupid.
Thought I'd come back. You look like you could use that.
Yeah, they keep voting him back in. He has an 80% turn rate.
Double time it. We're halfway to the top. Dig in, squad.
Russians have this thing to where if they don't like you, they execute you. The fact that he hasn't been executed yet is crazy. It's a little bit better. Yeah. But yeah, you see where we're coming from on this. China will be destroyed in a matter of days. Like, you know how Red Dawn goes down? It won't be like that. You know, speaking of that, all of our cities are landlocked. If they were to try to invade our major cities, all we have to do is cut off the highways and they'll starve themselves out. And we can be undetected too. They'll go to Cuba. See, like Russia will go to Cuba because Russia's always been involved with Cuba. So like I have no doubt that they'll stack nukes up, but the odds of them hitting us are so slow. Or they're so slim.
We got this round.
I'm my hair for this. Nothing wrong with looking good in the ring.
The games are anything but random, if your eyes are open.
Personally, I think nuclear warfare or atomic warfare at this day and age is just not possible because our economy is reliant off of every other country. We are mostly importing, not exporting, so we need those things. That too. If you destroy the land, you gain no power, you gain no people, you gain no resources. What's the point of war? Agreed.
It's good to be back. Let's show them how it's done. Pop in the chimney. Take it two.
Care package being delivered. Sponsored by Chevrox.
I feel like it's already happening. The average empire, which is what we would classify as right now, considering how long we've been in major power for, 300 minimum, 500 maximum, and we've already hit the 300 mark. And if you look at our national flag, it's the same as Egypt's, it's the same as Rome. Notice how we have the same things. It's not because we admire them, it's because the same people have been in power for fucking ever. In the state of Texas alone, as of 2022, we have 1,036,852 registered weapons. Not to mention, also on top of that, even if the government wants to fall, you still have the gangs and mafias that'll still fight because, think about it, we'll go underground.
Double timing it.
That's the thing. It's just like how prohibition went down. If you take away the things that people want, they'll still go to extreme lengths to get it.
Double timing it.
Care package being delivered. Sponsored by Chevrox.
Technically speaking, though, we are a conquering nation. We just don't do it on the same scale. We're not oppressive. We are puppet. We are police force.
Recharging. Let's go this way.
Attention. Attention, delivering care package sponsored by Chevrex.
There are cases though. There are many cases where we have just acted and have been oppressive and tried to conquer. If we won over Afghanistan, we would have ended up keeping Afghanistan. Haiti, don't forget about Haiti.
Sponsored by Chevrex.
Oh, we could have ended Kim Jong Un's reign a long time ago.
Frag out.
Attention, the team is nearing victory.
Everybody, I have returned.
Heads up. Dropping the pain.
I agree. I agree 100% with that. I should probably be a politician, to be honest. Do you guys know that if you search up the Trump assassination, you don't get it?
Amateur hours.
Google's keeping it on the low, and all you'll see is stuff about Kamala Harris. If that doesn't show you who the bad guy is, I'm not quite sure what the fuck does.
Fight with that flying robot. I'm just kidding. He's fine. Everyone's fine.
There are some things we definitely should censor, but
We got company, people. Give my shields a recharge.
If you want me to be honest with you, I think people are trying. I think the people who've been in power for a long time are just trying to cripple the country and start a new one because we're starting to become more aware of things.
You spotted.
Care package being delivered. Sponsored by Chevrolet.
I'm worried with how things are going. We're not going to have constitutional rights very soon because if people who just happen to come into power can so easily shut down what the founding fathers have intended, then how do we know that our lives for what they are actually going to stay the same or even be worth living? People gonna get offended. It's gonna happen. It's about teaching them discipline and right from wrong, regardless of the age.
Double timing it.
I'm back. Did you not see that coming?
Deliver my care package.
Give my shield a recharge.
I do believe that we should change our educational system because if you look at how China and Japan do it, their young are much more skilled and talented than ours. They learn things that actually teach them survival and shit like that. They focus on the main issues. I definitely think we should change it just a little bit to include other things beyond just what helps you benefit in the system. Like things you will run into in the future. They didn't teach me how to pay fucking taxes, nigga. They didn't teach me nothing. They told me to just follow what I'm fucking told and be a worker. That's all it is.
Attention. A team
Exactly. That should be a necessity.
I'm back. Let's smoke them.
They don't even have that in my school anymore. You take tech now, and it's just they teach you how to build a fucking robot with stuff you need to buy.
Shields recharging.
They were doing things that were actually good for you. Now all we do is play fucking games. That's all you do. No, for real. I was in high school for such a long, like, we all been in high school and shit. That's all it was. You just play games.
Another wee pick me up. Tossing thermite. Thermite out.
also think it's ridiculous how the police are being monitored too. Like, for example, when there are all those riots going on, we need to be able to quell those riots. There is a right to peaceful protest, but there is not a right to riot.
Pick me up, I'm coming.
Off the mic. I'm spotted.
If you look online too, you know about Tim Walsh, right? He had police run through his city and shoot anyone with paintball guns who was outside their house. The Nazis got their ideas from the Democratic Party.
It's good to be back. Let's show them how it's done.
I clipped that shit, check it out. No, that's fair. I've always heard people talk about, oh, well, the South did this, and I was like, you see, it depends on how you think about it, because there were the rich Southerners that owned slaves, the plantation owners. They owned slaves. The North still had a fuck ton of it too. There was more up north than south, even Lincoln. Hmm. Freedom is a lie. It's told that it's given to you just so you have a false sense of security. That's all it is.
Amateur hour's over. Time for the big leagues. Things look
I
to
can win
get
this thing with one eye
troublesome.
closed, or both eyes closed. Hell, I don't even have to show up.
History is determined by the victor. Hey Google. Hey Google. Kansas Redlegs. Yeah, I can see.
They got us zoned.
Plunderers and militant abolitionists.
Zone B captured.
I didn't even know about this.
We got a zone.
Redlegs is a term used to refer to poor whites that live or at one time lived on Barbados, St. Vincent, Grenada, and a few other Caribbean islands. Their forebears were sent from England, Scotland, Ireland, and continental Europe as indentured servants, forced laborers, or peons. What the fuck?
Let's attack this zone right here.
Zone B neutralized.
A zone just got neutralized.
Zone B has been neutralized.
You know, in Vietnam, we raped and murdered and executed dozens, if not hundreds of thousands, like hundreds. I heard about that one.
Forget that. Already on my mark. Firing for effect. The zone just got
Hostile right here.
Because that's exactly why.
attack this zone.
Zone C has been neutralized.
We neutralized the zone. Solid work, squad.
Attention.
Bro, I'm telling you, everything they're gonna teach you is bullshit. They're gonna teach you shit to support the North and explain why the North was completely right and why the South was in some shape or form an oppressive entity, and that's not true at all. That's bullshit. History is determined by the victor, not those that fight in it. So everything you get taught about history is because either the side that represents us now is what won the war. They're dumb. I always got into arguments with my teachers. I always got arguments into my teachers about shit because they teach me something and I'm like, I know for a fact that's not right. And never be afraid to call out your teachers like, but I know this for a fact, so why are we being taught this? Like, there's nothing wrong with asking questions. I encourage you to ask those questions because it'll get you farther in life by asking them now than to just take what they're going to teach you. Because they're going to teach you a lot of bullshit, especially about Vietnam and stuff like that. They're going to teach you a lot of bullshit. They're going to say that we were saving people. We went in there with the intention to instill democracy and to save the innocent. That's not fucking true. They say we went in there to suppress the Russians, but there were no fucking Russians.
Forget that.
And we've always been somewhere we shouldn't have been. But also keep in mind though, with everything you Google or everything you look up on the internet, a lot of it's going to be bullshit because remember, we live in an era where censorship is keen, it's king. Everyone wants to censor and cancel everybody. So a lot of information that you'll be given, you can be like, oh, that's got to be true, but you got to look at it from different sources. Whenever you see something, try to find a third party, allegedly unbiased source and compare and contrast to get your proper answers. War isn't beautiful. That's the thing. It's about either you prosper or you get wiped out. It's all that's the reality of war. It's never a beautiful thing.
Must be my raw magnetism.
Neutralize the zone. Solid work, squad.
The North wasn't invading unconstitutionally.
Come on in. Old Painless is waiting.
Enemy landed close to me. Must be my raw magnetism.
That's exactly what we did to Haiti, man.
Raw magnetism.
It's good to be back. Let's show them how it's done.
Zone B captured.
Everyone is fucked.
Bad. Real bad. They got a zone.
Come on in. Old Painless is waiting. Giving him the chimney.
If you really look at it, don't you find that funny how one side of a conflict has such an abundance of income or an abundance of resources that they didn't have pre-conflict? Don't you think that's kind of crazy? And personally, I link everything back to those families that are in power. Call me a conspiracy theorist, but you know, if you look at things a certain manner, I'm on the same line myself. We live in a corrupt world. I don't understand how people can live in it happily without the ability, without seeing this evil, this discriminatory bullshit, and doing nothing about it.
Arcstar out.
I consider that zone neutralized because we did, neutralize it. The zone. Neutralize the zone.
65%.
They can take me out, but they can't keep me down.
I consider that zone neutralized because we did, neutralize it. The zone.
Got company out there. So it's ours.
That is a problem. You have to be able to stop the issues before they start. We should be able to fight for the people.
Solid work, squad.
I'm just disgusted with how the world is. Every day I find it harder to live in a world where nothing really matters. No one really fights for anything. Everyone's so cool with rolling over and dying. Like if I was alive, if I could have signed up in World War II, you bet I would have done it.
Everything's gonna be great. At least that's what I keep telling myself.
You know, science isn't exactly anything.
Science rules all. With its help, we will too.
No, we do. We do. We're not a lot though. It's rare. It's rare because everyone's too worried about bullshit. They don't care about nothing else. Yep. Yeah, the whole world came together, and that's the thing. That's the thing. If you look at it now, the government themselves is trying to keep us separated. That's why they have all these restrictions and all this bullshit. Like, you know, if you have ADHD and you're on meds to like so you can even yourself out, so you're not consistently sporadic, they won't let you join. But it would be a benefit. Like they're like personally, and this is unpopular opinion, but personally, if we were just to throw death row inmates or something like that, or give people the option to go to the military when they commit something, we'd probably be better off. I would take that.
Recharging shields.
So that's what I'm saying. We should still have those options now for jail or army. It's better that way. Because what about for those? Because some people just are not meant to be civilians. Some people, like men, for example, I'm not going to say we're bred for war, but we are meant for it. Since the basis of humanity, we have been the main resource for a war effort. Yet now we're including a bunch of people that shouldn't be in it. Like, personally, if you're trans and shit like that, I don't think you should be in the military because you're fucking with your body on a biological scale that will have after effects. A lot of people kill themselves over shit like that. It gives you headaches. It reduces your mental state 10 years, if not more or less. But 10 is the average. We shouldn't have men dressing up like women and going into women's bathrooms. That shit's fucking disgusting. 10 years ago, this was considered insane. It was considered insane. Why has it changed? That's my biggest question. I understand inclusivity. That's 100% rational. However, you're putting more people's lives on the line with those people in the military than with someone who is born a man or born a woman. They know themselves. When you have someone who's trying to find themselves by changing out their biology, they should not be fit for the military. People, our biggest enemies laugh at us. They laugh at us because of how we're doing right now and the shit we're allowing. Every other country has labeled them as insane and kicked them out of the country. We should be doing the same shit. I know. I got some friends that are Marines in the Army too.
I'm back. I never left. I've been here the whole time.
Shields are recharging.
What?
Ultimate's ready.
I don't think it would be nuclear. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I don't think it would be nuclear unless Russia or someone else drops a bomb first. The second that first bomb is launched, we might as well consider the human race over. Because our weapons are so strong nowadays, they don't even leave radiation. They leave a crater and demolish land that cannot grow crops ever. It's gone. Like, it's not as bad. We won't have a nuclear winter. The only way we would have a nuclear winter is if such an abundance of weapons was dropped in the same general area to where it would create a cloud that would have to travel, kind of like if a volcano was to go off. That's the only way. If we were to drop one or even two, it would just do population damage and destroy some land. Besides that, we would be relatively fine as long as it doesn't hit population.
Recharging shields.
I'm back. Did you miss me?
But you also have to look at it like this: NATO, we have some of the weakest countries in the world. Our main superpowers are us, Japan, UK, which they're only really good for. The only reason UK has not been invaded is because of their nuclear weapons. That's literally it. They're just an island at this point. They don't have a formidable military anymore. It will come down to us and then the main powers that we deal with now. We dropped Iran in 8 hours. We dropped Iran in 8 hours. We lost one person. We lost one person, and that was because of a helicopter crash. Russia doesn't even have a trained military anymore. They still focus on throwing bodies at one point. The only thing China has is bodies. They don't have training like we do because we have a lower population. Our training is more refined. Our training for our troops is meant to not just help them in combat, but if their unit was to get expelled and they have to find a way to survive, they're trained to survive to hold position. Chinese soldiers are not meant to do that. They're meant to rush you in groups, just like how the Russians did, because the Chinese military has millions. And even if the Chinese military was to be wiped out, all of their civilians would sign up because that's exactly how they have their government installed. Same places, same thing as Russia. Like, if their population keeps dropping, all men will be drafted. But they're trying to stop that right now. They're trying to kick Putin out. Right now, there's a Russian war going inside the country where the people are trying to get rid of Putin. They are rioting. They are protesting because they've lost about a quarter of their population, if not half of their fighting force, because of logistic errors, which should never take place. Oh shit, we have to back out. Homeboy didn't make it. But yeah, that's how the world is, and I don't understand how people can be so okay with sitting on their backs and dying. We have Japan, Japan has the best hand-to-hand combat, but they're trained in martial arts. They're trained in they're trained in a multitude of martial arts. We are trained in Krav Maga and like the basics, but there's also the ability after basic training and after your recruitment stage, which is Hell Week and all that shit. After that, the military gives you opportunities to go for other things. They have other badges and other things that you can take, which is free of charge, hand-to-hand combat, things of that nature. Back out, by the way. But because of all of that, that is why we are superior. Japan, if we were to have a U.S. soldier go hand to hand with a Japanese soldier, that probably would not go well unless they were special forces. Our basic military is meant to hold ground, take land, hold position. That's our front fighting force. When it comes to the Rangers, they are first recon. They are a def 1 unit. They're also recon. They're also first recon before the Marines. You'll see the Marines. Marines you send in to kill people. You send for like high value missions. You send in the Rangers when you need an enemy scoped out and taken out silently. Or if there's a terrorist group, that's what you send them in for because that's their specialization. The Marines are trained to kill. The Rangers are trained to kill, but they're trained to hold position and do recon. Recon is their primary objective. The Rangers was made during the Revolutionary War, and their purpose was for recon. That was their entire unit purpose.
We all make bad choices. You live, you learn.
Yep.
Come on, little mutie. We've got work to do.
Winning is the only way to stay free.
This is your champion.
They are the closest thing to super soldiers that we have is the Marines.
Master. You know, it should be Fall Master. Calling's most.
Yeah, they're not there to be smart. They're there to wipe out population. That's their purpose. If we want to execute if we want to drop a mass population of people holding a village, that is exactly who we'd send in. If that doesn't work, and if it's a top tier terrorist movement, we'd send in SEAL Team. That is our super soldiers.
Reckon we ought to land over there, darlings.
That's our soups.
Loud and clear.
Here's a good spot to touch down.
May your bullets hit their marks, and not me.
DevGru fucking hurts. I don't think they've had a single unsuccessful mission.
Watch it. Some prey landed near me. A target landed so close I can smell him.
Beginning ring countdown.
Straight down.
Don't fight solo. Just run if you get caught in combat.
First blood. That's good luck. I believed in luck. 1 minute and the ring's a stone's throw. Even if you throw like a baby.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine. I can still kill and do this at the same time.
Ring's nearby and it closes in 45. Why wait? Let's go.
Evo harvesters are now available.
Need a hand.
Pay attention, gang. Not far from the ring. We got
We've only had 50 years of peace. I'm sorry, we've had 27 years of peace. Besides that, we've been in a consistent conflict or war. Move, move, move. Res him, I got you, res him. Peek it, motherfucker, you wanna die? Peek it, where'd he go?
10 seconds, but the ring's near.
Rings moving.
Time to scoot you.
Dude, World War II didn't even invade properly. They threw their conscripts with with a single magazine. They sent conscripts forward with one guy carrying the mag and the other guy carrying the rifle, and they got butchered. Because
I'm down.
well, there are clips that aren't mags, and it's not a covered magazine.
Down another salvaged our teammate's banner.
Yep. Nothing takes clips anymore except for maybe an M249 soft is just belt fed. That would be considered a clip. Yep.
Recharging shield. Okay, picked an upgrade. Good work, Waiting Echo.
Need a wee rejuvenation.
Watch my back. I'm healing.
Oh, you got me from behind, you fucking pussy. You fucking pussy, there's two.
There was only one path to
Fucking
avoid this.
cunt.
Stay home.
You... I don't see us being invaded or even nukes coming at us because we would know beforehand, and even then we have anti-missile defenses. I mean, yeah, we'll still get hit with some of it, but it won't do mass damage. Dude, when the U.S. public got GPS in the 90s, we had it in the 40s. What do you think radar is? Fuck. We're the only country that can split our assets between multiple different places and still pull off continuous victories. Go back to fucking Q. I mean, lobby, not Q. My apologies. But I'm a firm believer that our country is great. Do not get me wrong in any shape or form. I do believe it's great. However, I do believe we have a lot of issues that we should be dealing with now that are bigger than a fucking border and that are much, much bigger than people wanting to change their gender. People gotta be not so worried about themselves, be more worried about the future of the country, because we're reaching our 300-year mark, so that's just gonna get worse as time progresses. If we don't figure out how to lock in now and get our problems solved within the next 2 to 3 years, I don't think we'll be around in the next 50. Mm-hmm. Hey. Let's run. I'm trying to find Vantage's heirloom. Vantage doesn't have an heirloom? What the fuck? Bro, Vantage doesn't even have an heirloom. Yeah, but like I would expect a fucking heirloom. I don't even have them either. I don't even know how to get them. Oh, I feel that. Oh, so you can't do ranked, huh? It's really hard to get them. I've been playing for the last week and a half, 2 weeks after being back, after being off for a year or so. I only have 10 fucking epic shards, like like the things to, and a lot of people will be like, "Oh, you just have to open 100," and I was like, "You have to pick the right 100 though." I refuse to spend money on this game. I refuse to spend money on games anymore because like it used to be decent where it was like, all right, you spend 8.99, you get a whole DLC, 18 something skins and new guns, and now it's like $20 for just a fucking cosmetic. Bro, I don't even have all my legends unlocked yet. I'm still missing Ash, Crypto, Seer, Mirage, Loba, Conduit, Octane, Horizon, Alter, Rampart, and Catalyst. I low key want to do ranks, but I don't know how to get. I'm trying to figure out if I should just switch accounts just to get you up there. What's your current rank? If you haven't played it, you'll be in rookie 4. Shit, I'm in plat 3 and I'm in plat 4 now. So you would have to be in gold 4 for me to invite you. It only took me like 8 hours. Oh no, that's fair. I'm about to get 2 jobs just so I can save up money, and if I have to leave, I can leave. It just takes a lot of fucking time to do it. Oh, I understand. I feel that I've been doing nothing the last week, so I've just been doing last week or two. I forget, honestly. I time lapse a lot when I'm not doing anything, so I just forget what day it is or what time it is. I, I'd only get married to someone who actually understands me, and like I understand that arguments and shit will happen, but I don't know, with the way my generation is, I've kind of given up on it for the most part. Everyone's just either a fucking slut, a whore, or they just don't have any mental capacity for their own. They're a fucking sheep, and I don't want to be with a sheep, man. They're retarded. I fucking can't. Well, I love my life to death, but you need to understand, her family's retarded. It's beautiful when you just get stuck. They're not. It's like they're just not your type of people because you can see the problems. Like, I understand you. I'll like hang out with my friends and shit, and they'll invite me to their. They're like, uh huh. I'll do the same shit. I'll tell someone you gotta stop talking about that or some shit. Or like go over there and do it because it's gonna be an issue, and they'll just be ignorant and keep pushing. And it's like I'm gonna smack you so fucking hard, bro, if you don't stop. I give people warnings before I do anything. I'll get pissed off to a point where it's like I've tried walking away and you still pissing me off. So either you shut your mouth or I'm gonna smack you. That's just how I am. How dare you call your wife normal? Because she's normal, he says. She's not special. She's normal. She's just average. That's why I married her. I find it funny that you say she's special, yet you say the family's retarded. It makes me wonder. Like, she's not a fucking idiot. The proper feminists. Oh, dude, if I ever have kids and I see some grown ass man dressed as a woman walking into the bathroom where my daughter just went, I'm gonna beat that motherfucker till they're dead or can't breathe. That shit needs to. That's fucking ridiculous how people think they can just do this. Growing up, I was taught from that from as soon as my consciousness was active to never walk into a woman's bathroom. You also never walk into a woman's room either without permission. Those are things that you were taught. And the fact that people just go past, like there are 30-some-year-old men that the fat motherfucking blobs of the world that think it's going to be okay because they hate themselves, so they're going to put on a fucking wig and go look at kids. Like, no. Better get that bail money out. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking of moving to the south. I got friends out east and out west farther, and I just don't know. I don't like how a lot of like I was born in New York State, and Cuomo killed 11,000 people, and he didn't even get fucking punished for it. My grandparents had friends, and we've had family that were part of those exterminations. It's literally like the Holocaust in New York, and no one did fuck all about it. But we have people dying left and right, and that was the final straw for me when it came to the government. It was that if we fought against fascism and we wanted to stop exterminations, yet at the same time we allow a governor of a state to enact exterminations, and how are we any better than the Nazis? Mhm. And I think it's funny how the people that were involved in the Capitol Hill thing are still in prison now, but they didn't do anything. I think it's funny. I think it's funny how a lot of black people who claim to support black businesses in that same exact instance were burning down black buildings and black businesses. So it's completely contradictory to their actual agenda. It's just chaos. It's chaos insurgency. That's all it is. I hate this, bro. Like I love talking about it, but I wish I could do something about it because it's just we need a change. We need to change super fast because I don't want if my kid ever tells me they're trans, you're not my fucking kid. Get the fuck away from me. I did the same thing. I'm actually going through it right now. I'm just being patient. I really want to make a difference somehow because I don't see. I will off myself by 30 if she doesn't change. I got 10 years until if things don't get better for not just me but for the country. I'm done. I'll come back in another life and figure it out. I'll be one of the first people to be drafted. I scored top tier on the ASVAB and I just didn't go because I don't want to die for some rich motherfucker, dude. All I need is a rifle in my hands. I can hit anything from any distance. It doesn't matter for me. That's I wanted to be a sniper for the longest time, and I can still do it. I'm just procrastinating because I have to be sober for a certain amount of time, and I'm not. Yeah, my buddy went into the army. He's gonna be infantry, just base. If I'm going to go into the military, I'm gonna join the. I'm gonna be a police officer right after. Bro, I wanted to be in the CIA forever. If I can't do good things, then I would love to kill indiscriminately to be rich. Whatever. I kind of wish I went to JROTC when I was younger, but they didn't have that opportunity for me and my classmates. I did not even. I scored seventh to last in my class because I just wanted to be out. I graduated early. I took all my tests and all my shit early. I didn't even give a fuck about my grades. I just wanted to get out. That's what I'm saying. They have it for the Catholic schools, like all the Catholic schools and shit like that. They give you the JROTC option for like another school building or something like that. But you have to score a certain amount on your tests and stuff like that consistently. In the state of New York, even if you have 100, even if you have 100 in your classes, if you fail the regents, you fail the grade. That's the thing too. A lot of our greatest military leaders, quote unquote greatest, came from West Point, but they scored so fucking low. And West Point is the premier military college. I don't understand. Ah. My buddy, me and all my friends signed up for the military our senior year. There was 180 of us, and I'm the only one they denied because I was on ADHD meds. And after that, I got really suicidal because it hit my brain that because of what I was born with, I can't do what I want to do. I grew up, my family's been a military family. We're half cops and military and half felons. So I've been on both sides of that. And looking at the world from two different points of view and two different perspectives on two different sides of the law gave me better insight onto how everything is than if you were to just stay at home. For my ADHD meds in the state of New York, I would have had to wait 7 years after I got off of them, which would be this year, because I got off them when I was 13. I tried to appeal and told them, well, I haven't been on these meds for so long, I haven't been prescribed anything in almost a decade besides those. So, can I join? In the state of New York, I can't. And then, I don't know. They told me that the same thing would have been with law enforcement. I couldn't do that because if I was on the medication, then A, B, and C. But what confuses me is that when you have ADHD, right, you're always bouncing off the walls. Even if you don't want to, it's not optional. Sometimes you don't get to sleep. You're just awake for days. It doesn't. That's how it is. Like you hear voices in your head, like you hear 1,000 different things, and you don't even think about it, nigga. You don't even think about it, and it slams you like a brick. It's along a similar spectrum. So technically we're both in the autism spectrum. But besides that, but I tried so hard, and like I'm thinking about doing it again out here because they have different stipulations. But also because of the suicide attempt that I had, it could be like not a good thing. Well, no one saw nothing. I told my counselor like I've been feeling a certain type of way because it seems like that. So like growing up, my grandparents locked me inside a house because I was like the last kid. You know what I'm saying? They didn't want me to leave. Like I couldn't get my fucking license. I couldn't get none of my shit together. So I was like, well, I've always looked up to the military and how we do certain things regardless of the bad things. And I'd rather get those skills and have those marketable abilities that I would get from that than continue to live a civilian and live a pointless life where it's 9 to 5, I work to die. Like I don't want to do that. Like if I'm getting paid in the military, I'm getting paid every fucking minute I'm there, and I'm doing something positive with my life, not just for me, but for the benefit of the people. So it's like I would prefer to do that. I mean, I'm not like suicidal and nothing like that anymore. Like that was just because of that shit. Once I left New York, I mean, I'm better now. You feel me? But I was in high school. Like shit happens. No, bro, it's crazy. If you get punched in the state of New York and you punch that person back, you go to jail for 5 years. Did you know that? Dude, I've seen people get jumped, like beat on by 3 people, and because they hit them back, they went to jail, and the people that started didn't go. You can't. That's why I want to move south. It's the south is better than the west and the north, personally speaking. Because I've lived in the north all over, and I've lived out west. I'm out west right now, and the laws are terrible. Like in the state of Florida, if someone comes into your house or that someone attacks you, even if they're walking away, you can still put a bullet in the back of their fucking head, just like it should be. Mhm. I agree. If there's freedom of speech that we have given to us, our God given right, then we should also have the God given right to defend ourselves amongst the threat of any type of violence.
Ain't nothing but mutton dressed up as lamb.
The founding fathers didn't have AR-15s. It was the right to bear arms in general terms. That's why it's there.
I don't plan to come down. The children back.
You know, you, you know what I think our 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 human race objective should be? I understand that utopias don't exist and dystopias are very common. I mean, there's no such thing as a utopia. But if we were to unite as just one race and worry about colonization or things in other places, like think about it. If something the size of a grain of sand was to hit the Earth at light speed with how we currently are right now, it would destroy the Earth and us, and we would all die almost instantly. And why? And we're more concerned about menial things. Think about that. We were insignificant. We group together. That's our thing. We're a society-based race.
Mhm.
If the animal kingdom was to rebel against us, we'd lose. If a gorilla was to punch us, they have more muscle mass than the strongest man that we have. I'm pretty sure they're stronger than him. Animal kingdom could overthrow us. The only thing we have is guns. That's kind of it. That's what I think. People, also, I remember they talking about the George Floyd thing. He had so much fentanyl and shit in his system. Oh, dude. It got massively blown out of proportion. I do get someone died over it, but it happens every day. That's fair. As long as there's free will, there will be evil. That's the status quo of things. We should be holding ourselves to a higher standard, but it doesn't really seem like we do. I feel like military-wise, we're still the best, but like for policies, I feel like there are some countries that I feel like Sweden or Norway have better than we do when it comes to policies, at least. Have you heard about their suicide booth? They've been neutral in fucking everything, man. Go to go to team deathmatch. Actually, do big team deathmatch. Let's get into a massive fight with people. Hell yeah, there's gonna be 16 on 16, I think, or maybe it's 8 on 8. I forget. But if you play Battlefield 5 and if you don't have it, you should get it. I will run that shit with you every day of the week. Oh, I forgot to reinstall 5. Let me just. Let me just. Yeah, I got. I got Battlefield 5, Battlefront 2. I got the classic. I love the classic. Me and my homie were playing the classic, and it was so fucking fun, man. I'm just, bet I'm trying to free up the space. I like Battlefield because it's a less toxic community. To me, Battlefield is the least toxic community. I've met some of my best friends that I still have on Facebook on Battlefield 3 and Battlefield 4 and Bad Company 2. Like, I ran all those OG games, man. I feel like I grew up, I was born at just the right time, so I can relate to older generations because I prefer the older games compared to the newer ones. Bro, me too. That was my shit. Oh, I agree. That's why I like sniping on Hardline and on Apex because it's skill based. You have to work on that shit. You have to calculate the bullet drop and then moving. Otherwise, because like on Fortnite, you just hit him immediately.
Go get it.
Oh, it definitely is. You have to buy the right sites to have like the proper shit, or there's like all the skins.
Time to hunt, little guy.
I play For Honor too, and I've had people just gang up on me, and it's like, bro, I do honorable duels, so I don't want to be a piece of shit. You have it? Bro, install that shit. I'm downloading Battlefield 1 right now.
Tell Murray, I didn't die. You
I got 13 hours on that bitch. I like to kill shit and make be as real as possible. That sounds fucked up, and you should take it that way.
Current angle sucks. Switching it up. Take him down.
Which game is this? Oh, I've heard about this. My buddy plays that. That sounded a lot like Skyrim. Oh, you can do that in Skyrim. It's called survival. It's like the most authentic mode they have. I mean, think about it.
Pick me, I'm so bored.
Time to dig up some gold.
You could say I'm looking to make a bit of a scene.
Said the blue collar worker. Bro's like, what's white collar again?
Welcome to the Thunderdome.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I don't want to be rich and famous. I just want to be famous.
I'm back. Wouldn't miss this for the world.
Care package being delivered. Sponsored by Chevrex.
I'm downloading one right now, but if you can also get For Honor and download that, that'd be dope too. I play all of them. I like it. I like it. I just hate the bullshit I gotta deal with.
The championship is ours.
Now for the right choice.
We gotta work together. I don't like them. My homies trying to get me to play Black Ops 6, and I refuse to do it because of all the fucking movement. And I'm like, bro, I'm not gonna I'm not gonna have people scuff me. I'm right there with you on that. Bro, I used to be such a big supporter of COD. Loved it to death. I played it every day. And then then the new Modern Warfare came out, and I was over with it. Campaign's trash this year. Those were the prime campaigns to play. I love them. They're memorable, man. It's emotional.
Care package being delivered. Sponsored by Chevrex.
We're halfway to winning.
I'm the same way. Oh yeah. Yeah, it's stupid now. The Modern Warfare 2 campaign sucked, asshole. Modern Warfare 3 comes campaign sucked even more, asshole. They just kill soap. They don't even stick to the main story. It's like a whole other thing now. Yeah, I can run through ghosts in like 6, but you have to like go perfect. That's on vet too. I love the difficulty on vet when it was normal movement. You had to think smart. Normal, like soldiers won't be fucking scuffing walls and shit. Oh, I love World War II, bro. Best campaign ever, dude. There's different paths and shit you can take, and that's what depends on the game too, and it's so fucking nice. Oh, I like Destiny 1 better than 2. It's kind of trash though. I played Destiny since I was like 14. Probably before that. But the maps were different. The way the maps hit, the new one I tried it, the maps, I don't like it. You start off at 0 light on the number one, you start off like 1,000 on this one, it's like, what the fuck? What's up?
I've got everything you need.
What's up, bud?
Excellent. Time to destroy more opponents.
You can switch in game. I am great at suppressing fire.
Need to recharge my shields.
I'm getting flanked. Wish they had ranked team deathmatch. Oh, they're railing me.
Target over there.
He's over there. I'm covered. I'm on the bridge. I'm getting hit. God damn, bro. He's one shot. Fucking nugget. Hey, they're coming out of this spawn over here. I have Red Dead. I never really play it online. I never really keep interest that long unless I run with people that actually are fun. Gotta play it often too. As I get Red Dead games a lot. I switch with Trend. I'll have to ride and finish the campaign yet, just because I don't want to see Arthur die. I'm a fucking disease, like a bitch. Yes. Micah should have been dead a long time ago.
Recharging shields.
Yeah, John's an idiot in this one.
Shields are recharged.
Oh, you're over there. I got dropped like a sack, bro. Oh, yep. Yeah, I'm undisappointed. Got dropped like a sack. We should do quads and see if we can find a decent duo. I'm gonna try to find something to eat. I haven't ate since like yesterday or yesterday. What are you doing on my makeshift bed, little kitty? Enjoying yourself? Enjoying yourself? Nah, let's find somebody else. We just run it. Run it with randoms. We're just gonna find people. Bro, you're level 143 and you don't play ranked? God damn it, man. We can be in a PS party if you want. We can both run ranked. I mean, I'll be in a different tier than you. Oh, you want me to play ranked for you? I say, I'll do it. All you need to do is give me share play option, and then I can run ranked for you. Because you're in rookie, so your lobbies I will shit on. I will shit on rookie and silver, and you have to get to gold is where I'm kind of like technical skill at, but I'm in plat. I constantly fluctuate between gold 2 and plat 2, so I'm always stuck in there because it's hard to find a good team. Because I keep running into niggas that just, they run their mouth, the second you're like, hey, yo, it's like yesterday, for example, right? So one of my friends, Mountain, I think you played with him once. We were doing fine. He was landing, and I was like, where are we landing? Because I'm going to split and get loot. And he just exploded on me, and I was like, dog, you need to calm the fuck down. He's like, well, if you want to split off, go ahead and do it. And I was like, nigga, shut the fuck up for 5 seconds and listen to me. There's no reason for you to be mad when all I did was ask you to ping something. So you need to calm the fuck down. But we ended up on adding each other anyways. So it's like shit like that I'm having issues with because people are just, because it's ranked and they're taking it mad serious. I mean, I make money off of this, so I take it seriously. But I don't take it that seriously unless I lose like 20 matches back to back. At that point, I'm blaming my team. Like, I did everything I'm supposed to. The fuck are you guys doing running around? Like, it's toxic as shit. Bro said, I'm a certified verbalizer. You're not wrong. You're not wrong about either action though. Like honestly, I'm cool with everybody until they started picking an issue with me. The second I pick up hostility, I return that shit to tenfold because so you got no reason to do that, and that just triggers the shit out of me. But that's why me and you don't have an issue with each other because we're not hostile towards each other. We don't argue about shit. Absolutely fucking lootly. Love thy community. Mhm. They're alive. I am one of those. Oh shit, did my thing switch? I agree. Heyo. That's the same shit. Yeah, that's my problem with ranked. When you get up, when you're on lower tiers, it's not really toxic. When you get up to like gold is when people get fucking mad and everyone is entitled. Everyone thinks they're the shit. And then they'll get dropped and then they'll blame you being like, "Oh, you weren't there." And it's like, "But you didn't make a call out. You didn't tell me you were moving. You didn't do anything that you tactically could have done for me to be to be advantageous. So therefore, I kept doing my thing so I could load myself up so I'm not getting dropped like a fucking sack of taters." That's what I was saying. They should add a 1v1 option to people talking shit. All right. So how do you want to do this? Do you want to run ranked and I'll run my own? Do you want to run quads and find duos that we can play with for like? All right, but at some point though, if you can you please work on your rank just a little bit because you get weapon cosmetics, you can get heirlooms faster. Like a lot of the cosmetic stuff that you'd have to buy, you don't have to buy when you're in ranked because you get it as you level up. It also the battle pass XP you get is doubled from what you get from a normal match. So for a normal win, you probably get like 170 XP. You get like 400 or 500 per win. And if you get to platinum and you win, you get like 1,000. I was saying I'll be free tomorrow too. If you want, I can switch to a backup account. Like you have to add me on some social or something. I'll send you my backup. So basically, I'll be smurfing. I hope I don't get reported for smurfing because that'll suck ass. Um, I don't know why that's a thing. Because like I have friends that like to play casually, and they'll be like, "Oh, I'm just so high ranked, and nothing else I can unlock. I want to unlock it again," and then they get reported for smurfing, and it's like, but he's not doing anything bad. But I do it anyways. They can suck my dick.
Prepare for battle. Let's explore over there.
All right, bet as long as you can get to like at least silver 2 or silver 1, I'll just demote myself a little bit, just throw some matches, and then I'll get back in with your rank. I can honestly do that now, but it's just nah.
Let's go
Drop
outside.
shots and rocks.
I got 1 installing right now. I got 4 on. It's like I streamed this game for 14 hours yesterday, so you can imagine I'm getting a little bit exhausted. I know so much more movement now, but like I played so long yesterday, a blood vessel popped in my right eye. My eye was hurting when I woke up. I looked in the mirror and it's all red on the bottom, and I was like, "Fuck, dude! I played this so fucking long."
We're already inside.
To those who need it, there is an extended energy mag here. Level
First
Yeah,
blood.
man. This is a very competitive sport. Don't get me wrong. This is a $30 trillion industry as of last time I checked. But it takes a lot out of you. Like if this was a second job, it takes a lot out of you at the end of the day. I'm not trying to say it's easier than anyone who's like in a normal working job, because I work a normal job too. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel you. But as a backup gig, this is my side hustle. Dude, this takes more out of me mentally than my actual job does, because it's like you meet a lot of toxic ass people and they don't understand shit, or you get a lot of bad games and it demoralizes the fuck out of you, because it's like I know I'm better than this.
Keep an eye on that area out there. Enemy spotted. Give me a sec. Recharging.
Dude, I'm telling you, if I could square up with 90% of people that talk shit, I'd fucking scrap them. That's what I'm saying. Like, at least let me, at least let the government give them transportation to my address.
Good. We're inside.
Oh shit, they fucking me up. I got a bang up here. They got hemlock. They sniping me. Oh shit, nuggets. I don't have my vantage.
Contact.
Firing. Getting shot at. Hostile close.
I'm taking fire. Marking
Hey,
our surroundings.
Smoke out.
Void jumping.
I'm down. I got some bad guys.
yeah, gotta pay attention, bud.
Some bad guys here.
Taking shots.
Push these niggas right now. Push these niggas right now. Stupid bitch. Res him. Heal yourself and then res him. Team wipe.
I actually got hit.
Got you back.
I forgot we were doing quads. I thought it was trio. I just ran in with my shotgun.
Reloading.
So with this new update, you know how the Eva couldn't hit like you could hit shit but it wouldn't do fuck all for damage? It takes like a whole clip now instead of 2, and you can actually hurt people.
Taking a knee.
Yeah, it's the only reason I like it right now is because how hard it hits. If it wasn't for how hard it hits, I wouldn't be fucking using it. The Mastiff is still OP. Peacekeeper's nice without the choke on it for close range. If you go in like mid-range, use the choke.
I can choose an upgrade. Every decision counts.
Oh, no, I find it very decent. With the new update, once you shoot, it goes back to where you were originally aiming in a fraction of a second, so it's easier for follow-up shots. The longbows where they fucked it up, now it just goes up and to the right, so it's hard for me to do follow-ups. Peacekeeper's very nice. I'm a fan myself.
Patching myself up. Every little choice changes the path.
My ultimate is ready. We are
I say we move there.
Are they gonna run off? Is that why they just popped that shit? Oh, I'm struggling myself. I'm hunting like a motherfucker. Oh, we got this, CTP.
Tango spotted. Danger
Care
close.
package.
They got a guy on him. Oh shit. They're pushing way too fucking hard, dude. I can't. I'm not prepped for this. Peek it, nigga. Die. I'm flanking that left side right now.
They're aiming right at.
They spotted me. Enemy over.
Oh, they're gonna fuck my shit up.
Reloading.
Taking fire. Scanning the area.
Loading. Spotted. Double timing it.
I only got one med kit. Oh, then we have a med kit.
Healing up. Eyes are open though.
Charging up my shields.
I can get him. Hold on. Give me a second. I need more ammo. I have none. Fall back. Fall back. I can't hit this. I can't hit this. Go back to party chat. Go back to in-game chat real quick. Yo, guys, fall back. I can't fight this. Fall back. I can't fight this. We gotta fall back.
Spotted. Double timing it.
This is a very bad push.
Taking a moment to recharge my shield.
Taking fire. Off the mic. Spotted.
Hit grass and crouch. Hit grass and crouch. These niggas stupid. Push him, bro. We got no other options. Oh, I'm getting shit on. You guys dumb as fuck. Don't push him like that. Oh, no. Good game, though. But for future reference, guys, please don't push off the bat. That hurt me.
In the distance.
You still here, Rogue? You still here, buddy? Rogue?
Close range.
Rogue, you here?
Shield battery here.
He was trying to figure... Were you trying to figure it out? Oh, so like all you have to... Are you on PS4 or PS5?
Welcome to the school of hard knocks.
Oh, fuck, you have a longer process than me. All I have to do is switch over like one tab and then I can turn that shit off.
Survival's about more than living. It's about living free.
But no, I was watching you. At the last second, I was like, just push it, because they had me pinned down in the corner. Those guys shouldn't have pushed. We can still do it. It's just going to be harder. That's if this one doesn't leave, too. Oh, that one left, too. It's a duo. It's just me and you.
Time for a little shock.
We can back out. Just leave match. Just leave match. If it was Fortnite, I could clutch. It's not. I can't do it on here. Archie! 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 But yeah, if it was Fortnite, I could clutch us as a duo doing quads, no problem. Here, it's so difficult because of the mechanics. I can't do that. Yeah. I'm just not. Hmm? Down one of them real quick, and then we 1v1 the rest, we'd be fine. But dude, if they do ranked duos, I got you. Bro, if it was ranked duos, I'd clutch that shit so hard, we'd be good.
Take out some fools and be back in time for dinner.
It's a shame we don't got those though. I've heard they're gonna try to get rid of ground loot, and I'm like, that's a stupid decision because then it really fucks it up. Exactly, and then you're gonna have a finite amount of teams that can land in any location, and if there's more than that, they're ripped. Oh, someone took my vantage. No wonder I couldn't switch. Son of a bitch. My game crashed like a motherfucker.